We're going to continue with our media availability this afternoon. Here in advance of tomorrow's Big Machine Vodka 400 at the Brickyard presented by Florida Georgia Line. We've been joined by Daniel Suarez, driver of the number 41 Haas Automation Ford. We'll take questions for Daniel. If you have one, please raise your hand, state your name and affiliation, and we'll go to Steve up front.
No questions about the bubble. Yes, okay.
Daniel, Steve Schweitzer with the Lasco Press. Daniel, last week you had a little contact with Ryan Newman, and now you guys are sitting together there on the bubble tide. Was it just racing, just something that happened, or was it a situation that required maybe you and he to have a conversation afterwards?
It was just racing, and by the way, there was no contact there. But yeah, it was just a racing deal. You know, it happened to be him, but it could have happened with anyone. You know, Newman, I have a lot of respect for him, and he's a very aggressive driver, one of the most. And I'm not saying that. People know that. And I'm the same way. You know, sometimes we race hard, and sometimes we know what the limits are, and sometimes we push a little bit hard to do something. You know, it was just a racing deal. You know, I didn't mean to spin him out. I didn't mean to wreck him, but I wanted to pass him. And unfortunately, ended up him spinning out. But like I said, there was no contact. It was just aggressive racing, and that's what we do every week. So that's part of it.
All right, we'll continue with questions for Daniel. If you have one, raise your hand. Pat, take you next.
Pat, NASCAR.com. To what length will you go to make sure that you're on the right side of the bubble come Sunday? Like
what line?
What length? Like how physical, I guess, would you be on the track to make sure that you're in the right position?
You know, there is obviously the point situation and the bubble and the playoff drivers and all that kind of stuff. But at the end of the day, we have to control what we can control. I cannot control where Newman finished. I cannot control where Bowyer or Johnson finish. That's something I can't control. The only thing I can control is myself. And I have to try to put myself in the best position in the racetrack for stage points and finishing the race in a good position, so we can make it, But I cannot control, their result. I cannot go out there to wreck all three of them to make sure I'm going to be fine. That's not how it works. But I have to go out there and do my thing, and the team has to do theirs. The pit crew has to do their own thing, and yeah, I mean, this weekend is different because this is the final, is the last one, and there is already more pressure, and it's, on my personal opinion, it's more fun. There is more attention to the media, as we can see. I'm here talking to you guys, so it's part of it. I try to have fun with it, and I'm trying to go out there to do my thing.
All right, go ahead.
Bruce Martin with NBCSports.com. From a bigger perspective, a big picture angle, what would it mean for a driver from your country to get into the NASCAR playoffs? Because it would have some historical significance to it.
Yeah, it will mean a lot. But to be honest, I'm shooting higher than that. To make the playoffs, I feel like it's a must. It's a must-do thing. Obviously, in the past, I don't feel like I haven't done a good job, or the team haven't done a good job, or the combination of a ball, or who knows. But in the past, I haven't had what I need to be able to compete in the playoffs. And I feel like now the team, even when the team hasn't been their best, now we're right there. So hopefully, we can make it happen. And once we are in it, trying to go all in and trying to put some good races together to transfer through some of the rounds. We believe that we're a young team that we're still getting better and better. They still getting to know me and getting to know the new rule package and stuff like that. So I feel like we have a lot of good things coming our way. We just have to be patient and keep working hard.
But as far as being from Mexico, being in the NASCAR playoffs, that'd be big.
Yeah, of course, it's something very cool. As making the playoffs, that would be something extremely good. But like I said, I'm shooting higher than that. I just like when I won the championship in 2016. That was amazing. I enjoyed that a lot. But as soon as we start 2017, I wasn't thinking about that anymore. I was thinking more about win racing cup, and I'm still doing that. So, I really enjoy to achieve my goals. But once I get those, I like to put a new one. So, really, the playoff is one of them. But we have high expectations for things. If hopefully we can make things work.
All right, Jared.
Jerry Jordan, kickingthetires.net. Question, with the pressure you have coming in on the bubble, with the condensed schedule that we have this week, does it cause you any concern that we're qualifying and going straight into a race? Is there enough time, do you think, or can you work through the things that you'll need to work through after qualifying to get ready for the action?
I like it. It reminds me kind of like the old K&N days, when we used to do everything in one day. Really now it's in 2 days, but I like it. I have fun with this, and just a little bit of a different system. But overall, I enjoy coming to Indianapolis a lot. It's one of my favorite racetracks. I enjoy coming here a lot, and I'm really looking forward to have a good, fun, solid weekend. So far in the first practice, I feel like we have had a lot of work to do. The car hasn't been exactly where we want to be, but we made a lot of ground. So I feel like now we are walking in the right direction. Hopefully, second practice can be a good step forward, and have a good solid day tomorrow. Really, that's the goal. And like I said, I'm shooting high. I really hope we can get the 41 Ford Mustang house automation daily in today, so we can not just think about making the playoff, but it will be amazing because in the bricks here. That's one of my dreams, and it's an amazing place, a lot of history, and I feel like the team is capable of doing that. We just have to put all the pieces together.
All right, go ahead.
John Hanna, Racing Information Systems. Have you had the opportunity to relax between last weekend and this weekend, and if so, how?
Yeah, a lot. Too much. Last week it was a little bit of a long week. Normally we travel on Thursdays, and this time actually we travel on Friday. So we had an extra day. So yeah, it was very cool to stay home actually the entire week, which we don't have that most of the time, and have fun and not really study what I have to do in Indianapolis, and go to a shop a few days and meet up with the guys, have lunch with them, go through my routine of meetings, workout program and stuff. So it was a good, relaxed week, and I really, I feel like my battery is at 100% to go out racing.
All right, go ahead.
Rob Conant, 93 WIBC here in Indianapolis. Daniel, you briefly mentioned what it would mean to kiss the brakes here. You're still kind of relatively new here at the Brickyard. Can you discuss those nerves and feelings you had the first time you were here, and do you still get those nerves and feelings, especially this year where it's the regular season finale and you're on the bubble?
More than nerves, I feel excitement. I really feel excitement of coming to this place, not really knowing all the history that this place has, and all the amazing drivers, all the legends. This place has a lot of history, and to come here and to just to be able to race here is something really cool. But it doesn't end there, As a race car driver, you always want more, and really I want to be able to be successful in this amazing place, and I feel like I have a team capable of doing that. Hopefully this weekend is a good weekend for us, and we can make it happen.
All right, we're going to go to Dustin and then wrap up front. Dustin, go ahead.
Dustin Long, NBC Sports. Daniel, what you face this weekend, how does it compare with the Homestead weekend of 16? Obviously, there's a lot of pressure in that experience. You obviously won the race and won the championship. Is this something kind of on a similar level since you've kind of had that experience, or can you compare what your kind of experience or what this weekend to make the playoffs kind of compares to that one race type of situation with the Xfinity in 16?
You know what, Dustin, is very interesting that you mentioned that, because I've been thinking about that a lot, and I even watched some of the videos of that weekend, because it feels similar. It doesn't feel the same, but it feels similar. Not just for making the playoffs, but what that will mean to my team, sponsors, and a lot of people. So, you know, it's not the same, but it's probably the closest I've been, you know, position-wise. So, yes, it feels similar. I have had a lot of flashbacks from that weekend, and obviously, I feel like I was able to handle that weekend extremely well. Like I said before, I feel like I work pretty well under pressure, and I have been that way since I was racing go-karts. You know, just trying to find sponsors and trying to win races to be able to continue and go to the next one. So, yeah, it feels good. It feels good to be here. It feels good to be in this position, and hopefully, just like we did in 2016, we can end up the weekend in the good side of things.
And I'm sorry, but one of the, you say you watched some videos from that time. What were you watching, or why? Are you watching stuff on the track, or were you watching like interviews on how you appeared to handle that situation?
No, I just like I said, I had some videos actually on my cell phone of little clips. I remember in practice back in Homestead, car spun out in front of me, and I barely missed it. And after I missed that one, I said to my guys on the radio, hey, we're going to win the championship. If I didn't hit the guy, we're going to win the championship. So I was always very confident, and I knew what I wanted, and you know, that's just myself. And I feel like this weekend has a similar perspective. You know, we have 3 guys that we have to beat, and it's just pretty similar. So at the end of the day, like I said before, we have to control what we can control and go out there, have fun. I have to do my part. The team has to do theirs. The pit crew has to do theirs, and go out there to do our best. Thank you.
All right, we're going to go ahead, Steve.
Steve Schweitzer, the Lasco Press. Daniel, you mentioned team meetings this week. Was there any discussion in those meetings about if the circumstances were right, that you and Clint could help each other, you know, grab the last 2 spots?
No. I wish we talked about that, but we didn't. You know, Clint and I, we're good friends, and we know that we can help each other. We will, you know. But at the same time, we race hard. That's what we do. But we're smart. He has plenty of experience, and I'm not dumb. So, you know, I know what I have to do, and he knows what he has to do. We're going to go out there to do what we do best, and trying to beat each other, but at the same time, without trying to kill each other. So hopefully things work out in a good way for both of us.
All right, we'll take one final question up front.
I'm Cody Ferris out of Northview High School. Tomorrow during the race, when all the cars are going to be out there, how much is draft going to come into factor tomorrow in the race?
Yeah, drafting is going to be huge. We already had a little bit of a taste of that in practice. That's going to be huge, and I don't think that the racing is going to be like we have seen in the past on the Xfinity Series in the last couple of years, because we are going way faster in the straightaway and in the corners. But I think it's going to be interesting to see how things play out in the way that that we can make runs on people and trying to play with air a little bit. So we'll see how things play out. We're always still learning about it.
All right, Daniel, we appreciate you spending some time with us today. We wish you the best of luck this weekend.
Thank you, guys.
Hopefully we'll see you in here tomorrow.